New York, and on the new Hot 97 app. Ebro in the morning. On Hot 97.
It's Ebro in the morning. Laura Stiles, Rosenberg eating cookies. What are you doing? You throwing it out the window, huh?
I brought them for Tiffany, but she didn't want them.
Tiffany, why you don't want any cookies?
Because I only eat sweets during certain times of the month. Usually,
That time.
that time when Mother Nature says I need to slow down.
So you have serious cravings.
It's not cravings. It's a nurturing of the parasites that need to be fed during that time.
Y'all, give it up for Tiffany Haddish, because the version she told us of that before we started the interview was a little bit more vulgar. You don't have to tone it down for this interview.
Oh. Well, the blood. I'm about to be bleed. When I start to bleed, when a bitch is bleeding, then I will eat cookies.
There it is.
And all kinds of candies and whatnot.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. We've
Pleasure
never
to
met
meet
before.
you.
Thank you for coming to the show.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So I want to jump right into, I saw our Laura Stiles brought this up, actually, and then I looked it up. You're looking for a boyfriend?
I didn't say I was looking for a boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
I said I'm looking to start dating now.
Okay.
I'm about to slow it down just a little bit. So I said, might as well start dating. I've been shut down for that kind of business for a minute.
Really?
Might start,
What do you mean shut down for?
Okay.
Men, y'all require a lot of time and attention. And I ain't got time for that.
Right.
I didn't have time for it. And I don't have time right at this moment, but like in a month or two, I might be available to. So I'm taking applications now,
You'll be willing to
doing
make
the
time.
research, seeing who qualifies. You know what I'm saying?
But wait, I want to know, what are some of your qualifications?
Yes.
Well, you can't have no kids.
No kids.
No kids?
No kids.
All right.
No children whatsoever.
No kids. Shawnee, you shot,
Shawnee's
brother.
like, dang.
We done. We done.
No
We
children.
Done. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I want to be number one. I want to be, at first on the, taken care of list.
Okay.
Also, good credit score, because that shows me how responsible you are.
We're also off for that one, too. Nah, you done. Get out of here. You done.
I'm okay.
And what's a good credit? What's okay for you? What's a good credit score for you?
700, over 700.
Okay, yeah, 700
Come on.
plus. Yeah.
Better
That's
than me.
super important.
But he got
Super
3
important.
kids, so he shot anyway.
Oh yeah, you out the park. Yeah, you done.
That's a minor thing.
You could be
It's a
an
minor
associate.
thing.
You know what I'm saying? You help me get the real one.
Damn.
You could be my wingman. Also, he has to have his own career. You know what I'm saying? And, got to be fun, like to dance, know how to cook, have survival techniques. You know what I'm saying? In case the apocalypse comes or some shit, you need to know how to build things. Survival techniques.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like he know how to grow food, kill an animal, cook that animal, smoke that meat. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. What if we can't find it? You find one animal, you kill it, you smoke it, we have something to eat for the rest of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like he need to be able to,
to make raccoon jerky, just in case.
In case we gotta live. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna eat raccoon jerky, but in case we got to.
Tiff, I got news for you. You're gonna be single for a minute.
You think so?
You're gonna be single with that?
I
list?
highly doubt it.
Oh, see?
Oh, so you
I
must have a
highly doubt it
prospect
because
already.
I highly doubt it because now that we have the internet, you can learn how to do it now. So you be prepared for later.
All right, so
if I know how to smoke meat, if I know how to preserve something, if I can build a smoke, if I can do some plumbing, if I can fix a transmission,
Can you do these things?
then I wouldn't be saying it if I can't do it, homie.
It's very impressive.
That's impressive.
You know where I learned it all? From the internet.
But so you
And
haven't
then I
actually
done it.
yet.
Yes, I did. I made me a little MRE, got some meat, right? You and you could, it lasts for up to 10 years. You mix it with blueberries, you know what I'm saying? Boil that shit down.
And what about the transmission?
Transmission, when I had a Geo Metro, I had to give me a book on Geo Metros and I had to fix my transmission. This is back in the day.
I got to tell you, you've had a great career so far. That is the single most impressive thing I've ever heard.
Oh, thank you.
Geo Metro.
Geo Metro, 1995, two-door hatchback, baby.
You fixed the
I
transmission.
fixed the transmission.
I'm sorry, that's harder than acting.
And an alternator, too. Worked on
and
that.
an
And
alternator.
I know how to change tires. I know how to change
Rosenberg
brakes.
doesn't even know how to change tires.
I did. I changed a tire
If you a
once.
grown-ass man and you don't know how to change a
did it.
tire, I can't deal with you.
No, I did it.
I can't deal with you.
Ebro, remember I did
You
it?
want to leave the interview because he's
one
here?
time.
Or you
I
want
did
me
it.
to kick him
You
out?
did it.
I did it. I made it to work that day. Remember? On the
Oh,
side
that's
of the
right,
road?
on the side of the road.
I was actually, but I'm not gonna lie, it was the proudest moment of my life.
Right. That means you know how to take care of yourself. You can survive. I need somebody that knows how to survive. I'm a survivor. I need you to be a survivor. Not necessarily like, oh, I was out here gangbanging, I survived these streets, or I survived prison. Like, nah, real survival. Like, you can feed somebody. You can build something for somebody. You could create a kingdom.
This is a moment. This is a moment.
I need a king, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? A real one, not a lazy one.
I'm proud of you, though. I'm
Thank
proud
you.
of you. I like your list, right? I like everything that you lining up on
You didn't
this
say
on
age
this
range,
paper.
though.
Oh, well, legal to 100. Really like 25, because I think dudes under 25 be a little bit off.
Yeah, no.
They not ready
I think 30.
unless they
I
like
think 25
highly
is
like
too young for you.
maybe. I mean, I've met some 25-year-olds that are highly intelligent, and have great communication skills. That's super important too, like being able to communicate. And I've met some that are really awesome people.
Okay.
But I don't know what they look like naked. We ain't there yet.
Taking your time.
So you don't do you said you've been shut down for a minute. You don't just do the jump off thing. That's not a Tiffany Haddish
Nah, I did
thing
that in
at
my
all.
20s, man.
Got
I got 38 bodies. What's up?
Keeping
I
the
did
number.
that already.
Yeah.
You say your body count too.
Yeah.
I love it.
Some men are afraid of that number. If they're afraid of that number, then that's a problem.
If they
clearly.
afraid of that number, why would they be afraid of that number?
Some men have that. They want you to
Because
lie to them. They
because-
want you to tell them 5. They want you to tell them 10.
They want you to lie.
They want you to lie. Yeah.
But they want you to be a freak, though.
Facts.
They're in denial.
Freaks
denial.
have experience.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Freaks have gone the extra mile to make sure they know how to satisfy.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if they got 100, if they body got, they got 100 body count, you want me to just be cool with that?
That's right.
It's a double standard.
Yeah, because that's nasty.
Yeah.
What do you think the line is? Where do you draw the line at nasty?
How many baby mamas you got? Because that means you like to get your dick wet.
Damn.
So that means you don't use condoms.
I'm beat again.
Already you irresponsible.
Oh my God.
How many baby mamas is too many?
More than one.
Damn.
Sorry, Shawnee.
Because that means you dip in. If you got 2, 3, 4, 5, that means there's probably another 10. For every one, there's probably 10 that you went in and didn't get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So you
My
probably
body
have
count is
herpes.
high. I only got
Yeah.
one baby mama though. But Shawnee,
Maybe
you
another on
finished.
the way. I'm saying as
I
long
mean, we're
as
not
you,
eligible anyway, but I'm just saying for the people
Right.
watching the show, the fellas, we're representing for them.
Right.
You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
I got love for him. If you want to go to dinner, I'll break bread with you, but I'm not finna sit on it.
I say that now.
He said you say that now. Challenge. I will not willingly do anything. Okay.
Would you ever consider going on a dating app?
Nah.
Never.
Nah. I mean, I took it the extra mile doing that little post on Instagram. I went the extra mile. And that's only because I was challenged. You know what I'm saying? Because I was talking about, like, dang, you can't find no dudes out here. It's hard to find dudes. And I'm, like, I guess I'm from the old school. I want to meet somebody in a location, like how you meet people at work, but I don't want to mess with nobody from work, but like at the library or at the grocery store, at a funeral, you know what I'm saying? Like, or at a family function or whatever, or your friends link you up with somebody. Like, I want like that, where I could see you face to face and I know off the top.
Yeah,
On a
reference
dating app,
point.
you don't know, like you could put any picture up there and then you see him in person, like, damn, his titty's bigger than mine. Like on the picture, his titties look like that. Like, it's like, ugh. Then they get in your mind. See when on them apps and stuff, you get to talking to them, you get to talking on the phone and everything, then they get in your mind. And as a woman, once somebody penetrates your mind, you be like, oh, well, it doesn't matter what he looks like or that he doesn't have, all the things he said he had. And you go over to his house and he got an air mattress and shit. You like, damn, I gonna fuck this nigga on an air mattress for real life. But he got my heart already, he already penetrated my brain. So that's why I want to see you in person. Then I can I'm not no judge, but I can make an assessment.
There you go.
Right,
There's
right.
a softer side here. So, fellas, if you
Right.
got multiple baby mamas and you got a high body count, if you get inside her mind, you can still finesse the situation.
Good luck. Good luck, because I got barriers, bro.
There are lines.
Yo, so I would love to hear more about your celebrity friends. Mm-hmm. Because I just saw a clip of you on MTV. You was talking about putting Barbra Streisand on the Cardi B.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, being from South Central LA, your celebrity now has moved into a whole other zone. Mm-hmm. Who are some of the most interesting people that you've met?
Taylor Swift is hella interesting. She the one that dared me to put the video up on
Really?
Instagram and see what people's responses would be, which was hilarious. Those are hilarious responses. But she's super interesting, super fun. Jada, of course, is hella interesting. We be laughing our asses off. Queen Latifah, she's super cool. Man, Dana is everything. She's everything. Like, she's really taught me a lot. Who else is like super interesting?
Tell us about Barbara Streisand.
Oh, she's super cool. I'm trying to get her. I was telling her we should do Funny Girl too, if she be my adopted mama or something. But like, dang, I want everybody to be my mama. That's crazy. Anyways,
how's your relationship with your mom?
I mean, we moving. Yeah. We're moving forward. It's getting better. Yeah. You know, she's getting better. She's getting better. She's sick, progress. So yeah. And thanks to me doing what I do, I'm able to like give her things, or got her better doctors, better medication, therapy.
That's
better
blessing,
food.
Right?
Like it's a super huge blessing, and I'm slowly seeing her transform it back into who my mom used to be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if we had that when I was younger, man, who knows? Like, it would be super dope.
Yeah.
Don't get me emotional. Dang, maybe my cycle is coming up. Give me a cookie. Give me a cookie.
No, but it's interesting that you say that. Like, you talked about food, you talked about health, right? A lot of the circumstances that many of us grew up in, right? Mm-hmm. Where the neighborhoods we come from, we didn't realize that a lot of our bad relationships was tied to our health, mm-hmm. it's tied to our emotional instability, mm-hmm. right? And then you have the environment that you're in as well.
Mm-hmm. Which is messed up usually because it's like bad communication skills, bad income, like it's a lot of bad things going on in the area. Mental health issues, like that's what my mom's dealing with. And it's like that mental health it could destroy a full-on family, it could destroy a lot of things. So I think it's like super important to get the best of the best if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, try to find how to get it. There's resources galore. So.
When you as your celebrity grew and obviously your bank account grew and the people you were around grew, is that when you really started to understand mental health? Because I know a lot of times, it's become a mainstream convo now. But growing up, it was like, just pray on it. Why don't you just go sit down? You need to take it, you know what I mean? It was, I'm going to smoke some weed. Why don't you go have a drink? Like, the way people dealt with mental health was very...
When I was a kid, I was in foster care, right?
Yeah.
Right? So then I was court-ordered to go to a therapist. So mental health has been something that I have been educated on since I was a little girl. So it was court-ordered at one point, and it was just to talk about my feelings or whatever because I was getting in trouble. And then, at first it was go to the comedy camp, but then I was still like cutting up or whatever and still doing stand-up and going to the therapist. And then I had my own breakdown at 21. I had my own mental, how am I supposed to function in this world? Like, I feel like everything is going against me. Like, I'm trying to be good, and it's like everything bad's happening. And I went to therapy and started talking about, because really it's about your thoughts. Like, your thoughts is like a magic wand, and how you think and plan your future. Like, that is what's going to happen. And with the words that come out of your mouth, how you talk to yourself, it really controls everything. So when people be like, oh, Tiffany, are you surprised? How are you handling all this? I'm handling it excellently because I planned this, I plotted this. And that's from sitting down with a therapist telling me, you can do this. Stop talking so bad about yourself. Stop hating on you. With everybody else is hating on you, why you got to be hating on you too? And they're only hating because they don't understand. They've been hated on, and that's all they know. You be a different example, show something different, be different. And so through that process, I've learned a lot, and I can recognize it real quick. I can see bipolar real super quick. I can see, man, all that. It's a lot of stuff. I can see it real fast.
I think sometimes the line is hard between you don't want to talk in a way where you get your hopes up for everything, but you also, if you talk down about things and constantly play things down, you will always be down.
Yeah, you will be whatever you say you are. The Bible says it. Every major religion says it. Like, how you speak, the tongue is more powerful than the sword.
Will you take us through a little bit of what it was like? Like, you've been grinding for a long time when you had one of the true all-time it moments that I can ever remember. You're still in it. But around Saturday Night Live, that 6 months around there, what did it feel like? Was it hard to stay grounded? Because that was an explosion that happened.
It was not hard to stay grounded because the people around me are grounded. I surround myself with like-minded people that like to work hard, people that believe in themselves and believe in others that put in the work. I think your association is everything. That it has a lot to do with your mental, too, the type of people you're around. If I hung around people that was always like, let me get drunk, let me smoke some weed, fuck these motherfuckers, they all haters. If I was around those people, then I don't think I would be where I'm at right now, for sure. And or people that's like, oh, the yes men, you know, oh yeah, you the best, you the finest, you the blah-da-da, you the like those people. I don't hang around those people too much either, because that's not the truth. And then get your head all blown up, and then you get slapped the fuck down. Like, life is gonna hit you upside the head many times. So when I was going through that whole, and still going through it, as I go through it, I'm like super grateful for these experiences. It's the stuff I write about in my journal, like that. It's been a plan of mine to be on SNL since I was a little girl. I auditioned for the show multiple times, was denied multiple times, right? And then the last time I'm like, you know what? The only way I'll mess with this show is if I get to host it. Then it comes around. Like, bam, do you want to host it? Hell yeah, I want to host it. Then I get there and I'm like, oh, I see why God didn't let me get on this show as a regular. This shit is, I would lose my motherfucking mind in here. The way they operate, the way they do things, it's like they're all super talented, amazing motherfuckers over there. Amazing.
Did you deal with Lorne Michaels a lot when you were there?
I dealt with him, not a lot, no, because my attitude was not good. My attitude was not, because I was getting frustrated. No, not because I was denied. I was getting frustrated because, you know, I prepare for everything. I prepare myself. So I came in like, here are my sketches. Here is this. What I didn't know, what I realized now, this show has been going on for 40-something years. Right. They got their formula. They know what's going to work. And that was a humbling moment for me to realize you can't just walk into somebody's house and be like, this what we gonna do. Like, no. No, that's not how it goes down here. And it took me a minute because I've been pushing so hard for so many years and creating my own thing for so long. I had to realize, oh, wait, this is a machine. And I'm just a little like oil in it right now, just keeping it moving. Like, it's not my job to be like, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. My only thing that is my job is that monologue, making sure that's super dope. And it was. And I was like, well, I'm gonna just put everything in there. And whatever happens out here is cool. If I could put my stamp on it, I will. You know.
Talk about being this person now, as a black woman, as a comedian, as an actor, who now, when you're on the cover of a magazine, when you tell your story, you galvanize other black women in a way that's, you know.
What does that word mean, galvanize?
Bring them together. They root for you. They feel empowered because of your success.
Yeah, that's why a lot of dudes don't like me too sometimes.
What do you mean?
There's some dudes that's like, you got these women out here all confident, believing in themselves, thinking they can do shit. What? I don't like that shit. What? Like, you ghetto as fuck, bringing these bitches together with your ghetto ass. You bringing us back. You setting black people back 100 years. And I have to tell them, like, straight up, 100 years ago, a woman like me would be dead already. Wouldn't even be able to exist. Nice. So shut the fuck up. But what was you saying? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Saying,
that was me
so
on my...
clearly it feels great.
Yeah.
It feels phenomenal. And you love the fact that you're in this position.
Right. I earned this position. I put in the work for this position. I planned this.
In the process, right? I loved hearing your story about Saturday Night Live and hearing you continue to show up and continue to do the work. Even though you're putting out the positive energy, even though you grounded, the work ethic though, right? Was that always something that you knew, I'm gonna just work harder than everybody and that's really going, because a lot of people hang their hat just on talent. Boom, I'm talented, everybody know I'm talented, my time will come.
No, you gotta put in work. It's like talent is just a minute thing that's great to have on top of a great work ethic. I mean, I've been working since I was a little girl. Like, I was doing bar mitzvahs. I always worked, always try to stay, like, I knew what it was I wanted to do, so I try to stay in that realm, in that field, and work whatever aspect. It's because work is everything. I mean, we created to be of service. So being of service is work. So I feel like I'm just like a super dope servant.
Tracy Morgan speaks so highly of you. He's a friend of ours. He comes by all the time.
He did?
Yeah, nah, he loves you. He loves you.
I love him too, but sometimes I be like, for real, Tracy?
Why, he's
crazy.
He's crazy.
He showed us a sneak peek. I love The Last OG. I saw the first season and I thought it was fantastic. Mm-hmm. And then he showed us a sneak peek also of season 2.
Oh, great.
He made actually, no. He punked us and made us stand in the hallway. He was like, here, Ebro, hold the phone. Yeah. I had to hold the phone and we watched what, 25 minutes in the episode?
27 minutes
probably
usually.
more, yeah.
Yes, probably 27, 25 to 27
everyone was
minutes.
standing in the hallway, and no one. And it would go to
And
a
if
little
you would have
break.
tried to walk away, he'd have been like,
Nah.
you bring your ass back here now. We watching this together like a
Yep.
family.
That
We a
happened.
family now.
That's exactly
The
what
hell are
happened.
you doing? Look, I'm trying to share this with you. I'm trying to teach you something, okay?
How was that experience working with Tracy?
It's like spending more time with my mama.
I hear you.
I mean, I learned a lot from him. And he has taught me, like, I definitely know I have patience, and that, I mean, he talks about like how to spend money, he's really a great teacher, but you just got to be ready because you don't know what emotion you gonna get, which is good because it keeps you on your toes.
When you think about what you would like to do, is there any dream role out there, like maybe someone you'd love to play in a biopic, or being the star of your own sitcom, like based around you? Sucks that I want to use the reference of Roseanne, and now that doesn't work. But you get the idea.
Yeah, I get the idea.
Anything like that?
Yeah, I've written, me and my friend Danielle Sanchez Witzler, we wrote 2 pilots for Hollywood Haddish is what I would like to call it. And it'll be about like the journey of because I haven't seen any shows about female comedians or sitcoms about female comics. So in that world, because it's not an easy world to be in. That's a testosterone driven situation, and being able to navigate and handle that and handle it with finesse is not easy. So I would like to show that thing and do that as a sitcom. Also, there's a few movies I would like to be a part of. I would like to do something about, Madam C.J. Walker, the first black female to be a multimillionaire in America. If I could play her daughter or something like that, that would be dope. Oh, I would like to remake. I would like to do Who Framed Roger Rabbit 2. I would like to be in that some kind of way. It's like what happened to Toontown, because that's like my favorite movie.
That would be so dope.
Yo,
what
are
happened
you a
to Toontown?
cartoon fan?
Super cartoon head.
Oh, okay.
Super cartoon head. And man.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? We're the exact same age. Who Framed Roger Rabbit was a big deal. Like
Huge deal.
You couldn't even tell kids these days how big a deal it was.
Super huge. And I still watch it from time to time, and I'm just like, man, I love this movie. I just love it. And I became really good friends with Charles Fleischer, the dude that does the voice of Roger Rabbit. And I'm like, we got to figure out how to get this back up. Like, I love this so much. Man, I would like to do a few like remakes of some things. I want to own a studio one day. I want to create like a empire where, people have jobs and they can feed their families and put their kids through college. I want to create generational wealth. Like, yeah.
Tyler Perry has a great blueprint. I mean, what he's done is...
And he's an awesome teacher too.
Yeah, man. How he reached out to you to be in this film, Nobody's Fool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know him before that moment?
Yeah, I knew him before, and then I auditioned for him a few times for certain things, and then he ended up casting me in a soap opera, If Loving You Is Wrong, and a small part in that. And then I went on to do the Carmichael show or whatever, and just things started taking off, and he was like, oh, look at you. He's like, I wrote this movie for you. And I'm like, you wrote it for me? Like, somebody wrote something for me? Wow. And then he's like, yeah. And I was like, well, you should have. And That's right. And so when I read the script, I was busting out laughing. Like within the first 10 pages, I'm laughing at least 3 times out loud. And that's like a great sign. So I was like, yeah, let's do this. And he paid me well, gave me a Tesla. I didn't even have to do nothing nasty for it. Ain't got no car note, nothing. All right. Like, most girls got to do nasty stuff for cars. I didn't have to do that. Just had to be myself, do my due diligence, my good job.
Just do your job.
My job.
It's a new world.
It's a new world.
And
Don't have to open your legs, y'all.
And the movie's out today?
November 2nd.
November the 2nd.
That's 1
November the
week?
2nd.
That's a week.
Mm-hmm. November the 2nd.
Being a big cartoon fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you still watching cartoons now?
Yeah, that's how I like unwind, yes.
So your free time is cartoons?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Thundercats, She-Ra.
Oh, old school.
Yeah, we
I
really are
like
the same age.
Fraggle Rock. Snorkels. I was just watching Strawberry. Yeah, the snorks. I was just watching Strawberry Shortcake, the old school Strawberry Shortcake, and was like, dang.
Were you into gummy bears as a kid?
Yeah, gummy bears? Yeah. You mean Care Bears?
I mean, no.
Glowworms.
Oh, gummy bears, yes. You're gummy bears. Bouncing here and everywhere. Yes.
I don't remember that.
Yes.
I remember the glowworms.
God.
Do you remember glowworms?
I don't remember the glowworms. I remember the gummy bears. And I
The
remember the Care
glowworms,
Bears.
the toy. I remember the
Punky
toy.
Brewster,
Yeah,
cartoon
the
version?
cartoon.
Yes, super dope. Hey, that Punky Brewster was one of my favorite little sitcoms because it was a black girl on there, Cherry, and I was like, man, she's dope. She has a white friend. She must be rich. But, but they was both poor. Anyway.
And nobody's fool. You just get out of prison, right? Is that the storyline?
Yeah, just
I
get
was
out of
watching the
prison.
trailer when you walked in. I hadn't seen the trailer yet, and you chastised me a little bit. For
Yeah, I
not
was like,
doing
you
my
just
prep
now
early.
doing your research
Well,
when I get here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how it works. No, that's bad. I just did a 3-hour show, and then now we.
But you knew I was coming before
Actually,
today.
I didn't.
So
so
we
you
don't
don't-
need to get into the bad communication behind the scenes on our show. Okay? We made a mistake.
No, it wasn't a mistake.
Because I knew I was coming here
No, listen.
early.
2 weeks ago.
Wow.
So now listen. In our calendar, they didn't put your name because they didn't want all the hoopla, because it would have been hoopla in the hallway. So it just said
That
interview.
is true. That is true.
It just said
actually,
interview.
You want to know how big you are? For the biggest stars that come here, we put just interview.
Really?
Because I just don't want
'Cause if not,
all the departments.
It's really Laura. Laura be blocking.
I'll
She don't
be
want
like,
nobody.
You'll walk out here and have to take 80 pictures, and it just seems unprofessional. So we
Serious?
just say interview. And
So y'all think I'm not that big, guys?
who was the last person that you wrote just interview for? Greg?
Cardi B had an interview.
Cardi B got an
I did
interview.
Cardi B.
Just interview.
Michael B. Jordan interview.
Like this is, you know what I'm saying?
Bernie Sanders.
And Bernie Sanders got
There you
an
go.
interview. That's what you're in. You, Cardi B, and
Michael
Bernie
B.
Sanders.
Jordan.
What are you thinking about him?
He doesn't have kids.
I know he don't
got
got
good credit.
He got a career.
He looks like he could do survival techniques.
I feel like he could
Based
learn
on
it.
what?
I feel like he could learn if he,
He could
don't
hunt,
know how.
probably.
I'm sure.
Killmonger.
Maybe
You
he
know
could
what I'm saying? Got some skills.
Smoke some jerky.
If he don't know how to cook, I'll teach him.
Now, what on your list of before you start dating? Is there anything that's negotiable? Is cooking negotiable? If they don't know how to cook, you know how to cook, so we good.
Yeah, but I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna make sure you know how to make at least 3 dishes.
What's your specialty?
Well, I make a fantastic steak. Also, fried chicken is off the chain, and my fried chicken is actually healthy because I fry it in grapeseed oil and I use the special herbs and spices. It's delicious. People love it. Kale salad's really bomb. I make that real good. My spaghetti is off the chain. People come to the house for the spaghettis.
You bake the spaghetti
lasagna.
too, right? You cook it and then you bake it with the extra cheese, hood style, or you make it straight?
I make it straight. Yeah, I make it straight. And sometimes I make it like completely vegan, like alkaline. Just to make the sauce from scratch, and then with this,
chef.
this
You
yeah.
chef.
Oh, I can
You
cook.
cook.
Oh, I can throw down. You know.
This is like play dead pres mind sex. That's what this feels like.
Fresh bed of lettuce and croutons.
Shawnee, when you started saying all the healthy food, I saw Shawnee. I saw
Oh,
you
it was
start.
like kale salad.
Shawnee
saw
already
that
out. He
twinkle
got
in
3
your
baby
eye.
mamas, man. He out.
Nah, but she
Yeah.
has some, some.
Yeah,
get a pass.
my stir fries is off the chain. Like I can cook. Like
Stir fried veggie.
my
It feels
meatloaf,
like it.
my meatloaf,
dang.
it shut it down. Shut it down.
Meatloaf.
Katt Williams got on his knees and apologized. Y'all good?
We good.
When you first heard whatever his comments were, was you like, this crazy motherfucker?
I was like,
you laughed,
I was
probably.
busting up laughing. Like, first off, it was hilarious because I know he knows me. I know he knows my
put you in
ex-husband.
films before.
Yeah, like he didn't put me. Nick Cannon put me
Or
in that
Nick-
film,
Nick-
but
right.
we
Y'all
did that.
worked together before.
We worked together. We have sat up and talked about our lives. We're friends. We're cool, right? And he knew my ex-husband. So when he said that I was married to a white man for 14 years, I died laughing because I was like, he know I ain't never been married to no damn white man. Like,
Only on TV.
and I was like just busting up laughing. I was like, oh, okay. So I had hit up Red like, hey, tell Katt I want to talk to him. And Katt called me like immediately. And he was like, now let me explain that situation, sister. Like he broke it all down. And I was laughing then. And I was like, yo, it's cool. I don't care if you talk mess about me. Just make sure you got your facts straight. That's all I can. Like you could talk as much shit about me as you want to because that's promotion, right? That's how I feel about it. That means I'm on your mind. That means I'm winning because I'm making you feel something. That means I'm doing my job right. But make sure you get your facts right. Like I be seeing these YouTube videos, they be saying stuff about me. I'm like, they got all their facts wrong. I'm like, well, y'all don't read? Obviously you didn't read my book because you got all this shit mixed up. And then they like, oh, she an Illuminati. I'm a big Christian. And I've never been approached by no Illuminati. I don't even know if that's real or not. But I think it's hilarious because they thinking about me. They invest in time. And so when he did all that, we was laughing on the phone about it. And he was like, I'm going to fix it, sister. Don't worry. I'm going to fix it. He's like, but I did have one thing right. I was like, what? He's like, you do want to hook up with these white men. I said, this coochie has no color lines, my friend. I am not a racist with the pussy, okay? I'm not a racist with the pussy. So be mad if you want to.
Nobody's Fool out November 2nd. I know we got limited time. Hopefully we can have you back because it was a great time talking to you.
Yeah, it was great talking to you too.
For sure. Give it up, Tiffany Haddish.
Thank you.